introduce yourself?
I'm Chetna Mohan, President at CAMINO Technologies. We are into semiconductor providing solutions for manufacturing. So we also have product range addressing front end, back end, and we've been addressing the R&D, educational sector, public sector, as well as MNCs. So we are in this market for over 30 years.
Could you tell us the core values of your firm concerning your customers?
So I would say integrity, ethics, and empowerment.
What kind of innovation and R&D does your firm support?
So basically for R&D, we have been working together for semiconductor side into product development, discrete and power devices, also fabrication, packaging. So we support the R&D for various semiconductor processes.
How important is sustainability for your firm, and how do you contribute?
So sustainability is required by everyone, right? So definitely we work towards it, and we have few programs for that, like having a new product line or projects, expansion plans to have a growth, to see the growth. Yes.
How's the last financial year period been for your firm in India?
Oh, it's been very good. Actually, we had quite a few orders in different sectors, so we did quite well.
What are the product categories and customer segments that you sell in India? Is that the complete range?
So when we are talking about semiconductor, yes, we address a complete product range. So when we are talking about semiconductor, it has a front end and back end. So when I say front end, so there are different processes. One of them is like diffusion and deposition, wet chemical tools, also etching, coating, lithography. So these are few for front end fabrication, IC fabrication, and then for back end we have complete turnkey line for I would say packaging, where we support total solution, including the equipment, individual or the complete line, process support, and characterization equipment, which are for testing, metrological tools. So this completes the complete portfolio.
What would you say about India's electronics components market?
Yeah, India is evolving, and we do see India coming up in a big way. The world is looking at India. So when I read some data, so 140 billion is the electronic production, right? Out of that, 62% is domestic. And if you see the other side of it, we have a young population, so tech savvy, which is the market for electronic components, right? More than 35% of the population work in MNCs, right? The workforce is in MNCs. Apart from this, when you see the digital transactions, I read recently some figures, so it is 91.9 billion, so that's a big number, right? So we do see potential of growth of electronic components in India, definitely in next 5 years.
What percentage of these components are passive, and what percentage do you see as active components?
So I would put it like consumer electronics, or when you say as the one which is for industrial or for different applications, right? So most of it is sector-wise. If you say it's a mobile application, right? That's almost like more than 40%. Then 11% is into the also for industrial electronics, automotive is 8%. So these are different figures which we see.
Do you sell your products directly or through your partners? What was the challenge?
We do both. We do directly as well as with our channel partners. So from overseas. So we've been doing this for more than 3 decades. So we most of the customers like for R&D or educational sectors, MNCs, they all know us. So we are looking at new potential, which the new entrants coming into the market, what they are doing.
Are you planning to expand your partner?
Yes, definitely we are looking for new entrants who are there to be good. We definitely want to have. So those who are going to manufacture in India, so those will be our partners, right? Because we provide solution for manufacturing. Also, skill development is another one, which we would like to tie up with the universities because you need a skilled workforce, right? For that, the industries will come, but then you need people to work. So there where we want to play a role as well.
What are the government policies which you would want some change in changing or evolve further, which will help grow this market?
So we do see government policies in India which are really, incentivizing the manufacturing and other units. So the schemes like PLI, specs, so these are for electronic in a big way. But then the timeline is important. What we fear, any time lost is, loss of an opportunity. And also the time taken to process a certain, I would say, a deal or any program takes longer. So we need to, check on that.
Differences in how electronics components market as customers as compared to the market.
So when you see India is a second largest manufacturer of mobile, also consumer. So the market is here, right? Yeah. So we have to do something. We have to have systems where we have to be self-reliant, right? So we have to go forward and see how we can have these built in-house, how to be competitive instead of importing these from other countries, right?
What is your vision and mission for your firm in India for the financial year?
So we are looking at different projects. So I would like to have some new products as per the market requirement, expansion on the areas, new areas which are market requirement, right? Also, main thing is the skill development, which I'm looking forward to next coming year.
If you talk about skill development, B2B tech hiring is challenging, especially finding the right talent. What is your hiring process?
So when you see so many companies are coming here to manufacture, students have to be knowledgeable, right? They need to know what is the semiconductor, what is the wafer, how it is processed, how it is made, right? Definitely there is more so in semiconductor where the colleges do not have this part of it in their syllabus in undergrad level. So they have to be aware of it because most of them take up jobs after graduation, right? So they need to be exposed to these. So so what we do is we have attended some conferences or conducted some workshops or conferences, workshops, and also lectures where awareness was created. What is the subject? So this is mainly what we would intend to do.
Do you also on internships to students, freshers, and you have any training programs within your firm for freshers?
Sure. So what we know that if a person joins as a fresher, he will not be trained until 9 months. The process is difficult. I wouldn't say difficult, it's so complex. It's a new thing to learn. So even if I tell them, okay, you're joining us, 6 months is an internship, but I know he's not going to be ready for it even in 9 months, right? So it's a long learning period which we want the students to have the knowledge before they join any company. So these kind of training programs are definitely required.
What are the key challenges that you see in achieving those goals?
Right. So basically one is the changing policies, right? The long gestation period, right? So we had projects which went up to 3 years, right? even after 3 years, you do not know. You have worked for 3 years and you do not know will it come or not, right? Funding problem the customers have. So also the knowledge base is very different. So lack of knowledge. So changing policies, lack of infrastructure, lack of ecosystems, all these contribute to these. These are challenges which industry is facing at the moment. I would say as new as just yesterday, we signed a MOU with CMTI and also Ganpat University, which is for skill development of the students, right? So this is our passion to see that the knowledge is spread, doing our small part in this growing era to see that people are skilled workforce ready for the industry.
How will you see the enhanced contribution of females in this particular sector?
I think we do see the change, right? So why you do not see now is because of the earlier programs or the structure of the market. Right? We do see the girls coming into this, and definitely they are required. They are consistent. Of course, some personal issues may be there, but then government is making plans, and there are so many agencies encouraging women. Even if they take a time off for their, personal issues, they are encouraged to come back. This will encourage, and then give them facilities when they have a problem. Understand them. So flexible thing, they will really do well for any company. So I was vouch for it. Women are the best. If chosen, even in STEM or electronics. Yes.